Good morning, good afternoon. This is Donna Carroll. How are you today? It is 12 o'clock on the nose. Well, it just turned to 12:01. But anyhow, I would like to say I hope you're all doing well. I know that these times are difficult for many, tumultuous almost. So I hope that you're staying strong, staying grounded, staying centered. Actually, the last couple of weeks, I've been experiencing sadness and depression and grief for no known reason. So typically when that happens, it's karma coming up to be cleared from your emotional body. So I've been meditating, I've been doing my practice, but I think many people are having all kinds of emotions coming up to be cleared. So today what I thought I would do is facilitate a past life regression. So oftentimes the emotions coming up are from our past lives or from parallel realities or even from our childhood. So if you're having an emotion like grief or upset or even a type of victim mentality, attitude, frustration, any of that, sometimes it directly connects to a past life. So what I thought we'd do today is call in the angelic guides, the angels, to help us release anything that is taking place in a past life. And you all know that essentially there is no linear time. Linear time is an illusion. Oh my goodness, someone's at the door. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Have a good day. Well, you never know what's going to happen live, but I just had a package delivered, so sorry about that. Anyhow, getting back to what I was saying, sometimes your grief and your upset, especially now, is just past life stuff coming up to be cleared. So to facilitate the release of any errant emotion, we're going to do a past life regression with the angels. So I'll let them kind of guide me as we do this. And if you've never done a past life regression, they're a lot of fun. I've done about 2 or 3 of them. I haven't done one in a while. But you might see or feel or hear something, or you just might get sensations in your body that create discomfort. Sometimes it can be a happy experience, but usually it's not, and usually it's coming up to be released. So I just wanted to point out that I'm wearing my Larimar today. This is a Larimar stone, a Larimar necklace, and this is a stone from the Dominican Republic, and it is really good to have if you have Atlantean energy specifically, or even Lemurian energy, because this stone connects you very directly to the sea, to the ocean, and to the creatures in the ocean. So for instance, if I wanted to channel whales, which I've done before, or dolphins, I would wear a piece of Larimar because that will help. That will help make the connection. But in the meantime, I'm going to get my selenite to help with the past life regression. This, of course, is Utah ice. So we will get started. Let's see if I need anything. No, I think we're good. All right, so if you would, go ahead and put your attention in your heart chakra. And I do want to say hello to Mary and Deb. I'm happy that you're here. Put your attention in your heart chakra and take 3 deep breaths in and out. And this is really good to do when you're anxious or confused or upset, to put your attention on your heart and utilize your breath to get grounded and centered. Okay, so if you would, we're going to open ourselves up a little bit. Go ahead and again, put your attention on your heart chakra. Okay, and at this time, I ask you to invoke your guides. I ask you to invoke your highest and best healing, channeling, and communication angels. And I ask you to invoke angels to do time travel. And you may be traveling to your past life in a Merkaba. You may not. But anyhow, bringing in angels to facilitate time travel. Okay. I ask for my guides, the archangels, Gabriel, Ariel, Michael, Raphael. I ask for 100,000 warrior protection angels around everyone watching this live stream and the video later, and around myself. I ask that you block all negativity, all negative entities, energies, and thought forms from entering this space. Please also, if anything's released during this past life regression, any emotions, attachments, entities, thought forms, we ask that the angels take it to source and transmute it into light. I ask that Archangel Metatron come in to help us move from one reality to another, from one time frame or dimension to another. And I ask that this session be overlit by the Lemurian Mother Goddess. Make my words clear, accurate, loving, truthful, and healing. And please help me to do this to the best of my ability. Okay. Okay, so I need to cough. All right. Clearing of the throat. All right, so if you would, we ask that you put your attention in your heart. We ask that your guides help you as you open your crown chakra. Go ahead and open your third eye. Open your throat chakra. We ask that you open your heart chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your navel, and your root chakras. Okay, with the intention of opening these chakras, I ask that you connect to Mother Earth, send a grounding cord from your root chakra all the way down to the core of Mother Earth. And just ground your energy into the crystalline core. And then bring in Mother Earth's energy into your body. Pull it up from the core of the earth into your root and into your heart. And let it rest there. And we ask for her grounding, healing, and manifesting energy to come into our heart. Since we're living on the surface of her planet, of her body. And now from your crown chakra, send a course or a line of light all the way up to source. Connect with source. And now bring in source energy through the chakras outside your body, all the way down into your crown chakra, into your third eye, into your throat, into your thymus chakra, into your heart, and run that line of energy all the way down to Mother Earth, into the core. And now that you're open, we ask that you pull in more and more source energy. And as you pull it in, we ask that the chakras expand, expanding outward. We ask that they be cleansed. Anything that's not for our highest good to be removed. Okay. And bring in more and more light, more and more light. And at this time, we ask the angels to cleanse our chakras and also to tune them, bringing in the highest frequency, the highest sound, the highest tuning to make them work very effectively with each other and individually. Also, we ask that, excuse me, we ask that the chakras be tuned in frequency, vibration, expanded in length, width, and depth, and also we ask the angels create the highest and best frequency for these chakras to work for the past life regression. Okay. Okay, so you might feel some movement in your body. I'm definitely feeling a lot of stuff coming up in the throat chakra and in my neck, which is always, that chakra always seems to be needing to be cleansed. Okay, so let's just take a moment. And now with your chakras expanded and tuned, we ask that you bring in more light. Bring in more light from Alcyon, coming into your upper and lower chakras. And now we ask that the light from Alcyon, or source, we ask that it go into every cell of our being. We ask that every atom, every cell, every meridian, every subchakra, every organ be cleansed. We ask that our physical and metaphysical bodies, or subtle bodies, be cleansed. Just like a wash of light over our bodies. Okay, and just sit in this energy for a moment, in this cleansing energy. And just breathe in the light. Breathe in the light. And breathe out the light. Remember that everything is transient, everything is changing all the time, and what you're experiencing now is just a moment of eternity, and it will pass, and it will change. Very good. And now I ask the guides to help me. I ask Archangel Metatron to help me, and Archangels Ariel, Gabriel, Michael, and Raphael to help me, and the Lemurian Mother Goddess to help me to facilitate this past life regression. All right, so now I ask that you connect, excuse me, I ask that you connect to the Akashic Records. Have the intention of connecting to the Akashic Records. Okay, I'm feeling that in the back of my neck, in the back of my skull. Connecting to the Akashic Records, I ask that you connect to the Earth's records, the solar system's records, the galaxy's records, and the universe's records, in case someone decides to go really far out. Okay, and now I ask that the Akash open up its door and permit us to access the energy in the records that will gain us access to a childhood memory, a past life memory, or a memory in an alternate reality, a parallel reality, a memory on another planet that needs to be cleared and healed. Okay, and so now I ask that you go inside your heart and put your attention on your heart and go outside of your brain. And I want you to connect with an emotion that you're feeling. Connect with an emotion that you're feeling. If it's heaviness, sadness, joy, anger, whatever it is, I ask that you connect to it. Very good. And now, with the help of the angels and the Akash, we ask that you take this energy or this emotion, and we're asking that a line be drawn all the way to its origin. And it doesn't matter the time or the place. Very good. And now we ask that you travel to the seed or the point of that emotion that is coming up in your reality right now. So take your energy and travel to the time and place where that energy or that emotion had its start. Okay. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to ask for the angels' help in seeing, hearing, and feeling the root cause of whatever you're feeling now. So as I count backwards, we're going to do a little hypnotherapy here. I want you to go to that place in time and space where the emotion started. So going outside your body, put your attention outside your body, free floating in potential energy. And now, as I count down from 10 to 1, I ask that you see, feel, and hear where this emotion started. So counting back to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your attention in your heart. We ask that your angelic guides let you see and hear the origin of what needs to be cleared. And now just focus on your heart, utilizing the Akash, and see what comes up for you. And just sit in silence as the angels help you connect. Okay, and look at yourself or feel yourself. And as the energy takes you to a different time and place, notice, are you a child or an adult? Are you an infant? Or perhaps you're not even human. How do you see yourself? Are you male or are you female? Are you holding on to anything? Are there other people around you? Or are you alone? How old are you? Ask the guides. How do you feel? Ask your guides. Ask your higher self. Notice what you look like. what your hair color looks like, what your dress looks like, what are you wearing, and how are you feeling. Look into your eyes. See the emotion that you're feeling in your eyes. Okay, now focusing on that emotion, I want you to think about or to feel into what or who, what circumstances or who is around you that is causing this emotion that's coming up for release. Focus on that person. Focus on those people. Who are they? Do you know them in this lifetime? What do they look like? What is their countenance? How are they? How do they seem? Okay. And now we'd like to go to the incident or incidents that started the negative emotion in your body. So we ask the guides to facilitate, and if this is too painful, in fact, instead of re-experiencing it in our past life or childhood body, we ask that if things get tense or upsetting for you, that you automatically snap your fingers and boom, you're outside your body, observing the incident, but not attached to it in this time. So now we ask that you sit, and we ask that Archangel Metatron come into your space and help you see, hear, feel, and understand what happened in that time period that is causing you a negative emotion now, something that's coming up for release. So take some time and focus on this. Get into your heart, out of your mind, and let it come up. Take your time. Okay, how do you feel? Okay, in that moment, seeing yourself in another body, another time, I ask that you send healing and grace to that person that was you. So going into your heart, bringing in as much compassion and love as you can for yourself. In this moment now, we ask that you send unconditional love to that other fragmented part of yourself. And how are you feeling? What is your reaction? And now we invoke the angels, we invoke healing, cleansing, and angels that will uplift us. And we ask that they come through our open hands and our open hearts, and that they send unconditional source energy or love to that child or past life image that is you. We invoke cleansing angels to release and remove any heartache, pain, anger, suffering, abuse, trauma, any negative emotions. We ask that they release the impression. And then use your breath to breathe it out. So now if there's a residue or an image in your mind of this event, we ask with the help of the angels that you take that image and utilize your breath to breathe it out of your system. Fully release it into the light. Again, one more time, release it into the light. And one last time, release that image into the light. In the space that was created in your psyche, in your mind, in your body, where that image was taking place, renting space in your mind, we ask that you bring in as much source energy as possible into that place. Bringing in angelic healing, source energy, and just breathe it in. Bringing in the energy of empowerment, the energy of healing. Just breathe it in. Okay, and now that that emotion is out of your system, we ask that the charge of that emotion be neutralized from that one event. And we ask that the charge of that emotion, if it's connected to memories of any event associated with the event that came up in your psyche today, we ask the angels to unlock, to unhinge any fragmented parts of yourself that are causing you to stay in disempowerment, to stay in grief, to stay in anger, to stay unhappy. We're asking that the angels go into these places and start working with you so that you can release them in your waking state or your dream state, wherever they might be, whether it's in your child, in your inner child, in a past life, or another reality. Okay. And so now we're hoping that you feel a little lighter and that you released one chip of the block that still remains in your karma that needs to go before physical ascension can happen in this timeline. So at this time, we ask that you take one last deep breath in and one last deep breath out. We ask that angels stay in your aura for the next 7 days. We ask that they continually cleanse your light body, continually cleanse your chakras over the next 7 days. We ask that Archangel Michael put a hard egg-like shell substance over your aura to keep out the negativity of others, so that you can stay calm, peaceful, and in a healing way. Okay, so at this time, I would like to end conscious communication with the guides. We'd like to thank the angels, the healing angels, the cleansing angels, Raphael, Ariel, Michael, and Gabriel, as well as Metatron, and thanking the Lemurian Mother Goddess. We appreciate you, and we are very grateful to you for bringing this image to our attention and for helping us to release it. Amen. Cutting communication with my guides. All right, so I hope that you got something out of that, that it was powerful for you, or that you felt that you were connecting with a piece of yourself that needed to get healed. And I definitely had an experience from my childhood that definitely needed to be healed. So released that, and I do feel lighter. I don't feel as sad as I was before. So I just want to wish you well. I will be channeling next week, same time. I will be in Massachusetts next week, so I'm looking forward to that, but I will be channeling from my friend's house. So I hope you all have a great week. I want to say hi to Lupe. Remember, don't get too attached to the outer world. Try and focus on your healing, focus on your ascension. You know, we're almost there. We're getting to the end of this process. I'm hoping. I think so. So we just got to stay on that straight and narrow path. Anyhow, hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.